What?
Let's talk about it. Hello, I'm James Lee.
And I'm Tasha Lee.
And we are Elevate Marriages.
Hello, everybody.
We are a married couple, 20 years together, husband and wife, 24 years as a couple, learning this marriage street, learning it, the good, the bad, the ugly.
The journey.
And what we put out here in the social media streets, in these videos, is to help you navigate and avoid some of the things that maybe we did wrong that can keep you from doing the same thing. So take this, share it with whoever you think might be able to use it, and let us know if there's something you want us to talk about.
Yes. We appreciate the opportunity to speak to you. We appreciate you tuning in and taking and applying some of this information to your marriages to strengthen it and elevate it. Hence the name, right? So if you would like us to be your personal marriage mentors, or if you have questions about something or concerns or even topics that you want us to discuss on the videos, please reach out to us at thelees@elevatemarriages.com.
Right.
And if you'd like to drop us a little note or send us something in Messenger or the DM on Instagram, please do so at Elevate Marriages. We respond so much quicker to those platforms than we do our personal messenger, at least for me. James, you do a little bit better.
I do a little better. I can't say that I'm an all-star at it, but just go to Elevate Marriages.
Call me and then tell me to look at it, and then I'll look at it.
Yeah.
You don't have my number?
That's about how.
That's probably why I don't see it.
You're terrible.
Anyway, Elevate Marriages or the Lees at elevatemarriages.com. All right. Now what was that you were saying at first?
I cheated.
On what and with what? What?
On you.
Your diet?
Oh, yeah.
What? Farco the other day? What?
Yes, all of that.
Okay. All right. That's better.
All of that.
About to be a misunderstanding here.
So that's typically the reaction you would get, right? You tell, I guess, if you were cheating.
If you tell.
Would you come out and say it? Honestly, if you was cheating?
No, you ain't.
I know the guys that I know that have cheated, they don't come out and tell. They just get caught, and then they have no choice. But
I, for one, don't know any women who have cheated, so there's that.
Oh, she knows.
There you go, women.
She knows.
I kid. Okay, yes, I don't believe that you come out and say it. But if you did,
so let's just say
I
cheated, right? Mm-hmm. I decided to come clean, to tell you, or let's say you caught me.
Either way.
Whatever the situation is. But that is the offense. I cheated.
What happens next?
What's the next step?
Yes.
What do you do?
Let's first just assume that you decide to stay married as well. Hey, I'm going to try to be in this to win this. I don't want you to leave me. I don't want our marriage to break up. I still want to be married to you. I still want to be with you.
Because although it seems insurmountable, and if there's infidelity in your relationship, it is not. That is the I guess the scapegoat or the out that the word gives you for getting a divorce if one was to commit adultery on you. But that too is recoverable in your relationship if you choose to do so. It absolutely will take some work. It'll take some time. It'll take some rebuilding of trust. But you can get back on track.
But it definitely takes both of you. So to the person who usually to the person who does the offending or cheated, I think they have so much to get over as well.
Right.
Now, the one who was betrayed, that's another situation too. But just for right now, I'm just talking about the person who cheated. The guilt and the shame that goes along with what you did in trying to prove yourself to the other person is a big job. But it can be done if you really want to do it.
If you want to do it.
Yes.
Because please know, it's going to be an uphill battle. You're going to get, if this is just a perfect picture, right? If forgiveness is given right away, which it should be, forgiveness. If you live in a Christian marriage relationship, the forgiveness should come immediately. It should.
But my memory is still intact.
Absolutely. Forgiveness is releasing the effect that the offense has on the relationship, right? But you still got to rebuild the trust. You're not excusing the offense of adultery or infidelity. You're not excusing it. You're just saying, you know what? I'm not going to let this be the weight that's on my shoulders. I'm going to move towards rebuilding my marriage relationship.
Especially if that's what you say you want.
Right.
If you say you want that, then that's what you should be moving toward. If that's not what you want, there's another conversation there. For the point of this conversation, we're talking about, let's say that's what you want.
Right. So if that is what you want, there's going to be gradual steps. You got to start with the forgiveness. There's got to be forgiveness not only of the offended, but you as the offender. If you cheated, you got to forgive yourself. Because there's going to be a time where you're going to be warring with your flesh. And man, I shouldn't have did. And man, she deserves better than me.
She doesn't really want me. She'll never trust me. It'll never be the same. And all of this is going on in your own battlefield. Right here in your own mind.
You'll start to get that feeling of condemnation, which is not of God. It's not of God. You will feel conviction because it's wrong what you did. But to feel condemned, that's not of God at all. That is completely the enemy. And he wants you to feel that way so you can just decide to wash your hands and say, hey, I'm done.
Because he doesn't want you to be married anyway. The enemy, that is.
At all.
He doesn't want a strong family. He doesn't want a husband that leads his family or a great wife or just that union, period. He wants to destroy that. So, of course, he's going to continue to talk to you about that. And again, I really, truly do mean if that's the husband or the wife, either one who has done the offense.
So you got to make that effort toward forgiving yourself. And once you've forgiven yourself, then, of course, the focus is rebuilding trust. I think it was Jimmy Evans that said, trust is built in drops, but lost in buckets.
And that can't be said any better.
At all. I mean, it is so
little
true.
by little.
You break someone's trust.
From the time you meet and date. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it just takes a while to get it. And then when somebody breaks your trust, it's like, wow, I cannot believe that you did that. And it's going to take time. And as it should, because quite frankly, if they let you right back in where you were, you might go back out and do what you did the first time. So know that there's going to be challenges. They may come up and have a fleshly moment where they say, well, you did this to me and you made me feel that. They're going to bring stuff back up again. I mean, it's just human nature.
So don't think you're never going to hear it again.
Yeah. If you're expected never to hear of anything of it again, then you might as well just go ahead and just, pack up your bag and leave, because you will hear of it again, but it doesn't have to affect you negatively. You can just offer your apology again. Like, you know what, babe, I'm sorry. I did that.
And one of the things that we tell our boys about apologies, the best form of an apology is a change in behavior.
Absolutely.
Don't keep telling me you're sorry about this and don't keep telling me you're sorry about that, but you keep doing the same thing over and over again. I'm giving you an opportunity. You said you're sorry. I believe that. And then you lie to me the next day. Or then we're going through the same situations year after year. Let's not do that. A real apology means you have changed your behavior to make things better. And that's what makes it sincere. That's what makes it real. That's what makes it something that I can put in these cracks of our foundation and make it solid again.
Right.
The action, not just the words.
Yeah, because it can't just be lip service.
Oh no.
You want them to be able to see that you're serious, because you were the offender. You made the mistake, and did whatever it was that you did, and unfortunately, you're gonna have to toe that rope by yourself, as far as gaining that trust again. And it should be one that you do gladly. Do it gladly for the sake of your marriage.
Yes.
You just want to make sure that this was a moment of insanity for me, and I want to get back to where I was. Don't get offended because they haven't gotten over it as quickly as you thought they should have gotten over it. I mean, come on. Everyone deals with this type of thing differently. Mm-hmm. So just because you feel like, oh man, it's been 4 weeks, she should be over it by now, or she keep bringing up such and such,
or 6 weeks, or 6 months,
or a year,
however long it takes, right?
Because
it's worth it. He's worth it. She's
absolutely
worth it.
It's truly for them on their timing, and if they're worth it, then it's however long it takes.
Now, of course, we are talking about the person who did the cheating.
Right.
There's a flip side to this coin.
Always.
If you decide that this marriage is what you want and you have been offended, that you've been cheated on, that's a biggie too. If you decide that this is what I want, this is what I want to fight for this marriage, I want to get it back to where it was, I feel really bad, I feel betrayed, and I'm upset, I'm angry, I want to cut off his left arm and slap him in the head with it. And
that's pretty violent.
You could feel that way. I'm entitled to feel that way.
Oh, yeah, this is true.
To feel inside.
Okay, I thought I was going to get a restraining order.
No.
Okay, I was just making sure.
Anyway, I'm just kidding. But if you decide that that's what you want, then you too have to be ready. That forgiveness comes forward, and no, you don't forget about it. Because yes, your memory's still there and it hurts every time you think about it. But it's going to take some steps for you too to get back to where you were.
Right.
One of the things I was also going to mention is about sometimes I think that the person who was cheated on kind of puts it on them and, oh, I didn't do this, or oh, I should have done that, or whatever. Sometimes that cheating doesn't even have anything to do with you.
Right.
You're just as great and wonderful as you've always been. It truly is something in that person that was cheating, something that they were looking for some type of usually some type of validation within themselves, or whatever the case may be. So knowing or having confidence in who you are and what you're bringing to the marriage is important, and that you continue to do that. Continue to be that loving spouse that you've always been. Right. Continue to work on stronger communication and understanding where they are and what their needs are, and expressing who you are and what your needs are, so you can get back to solidifying the foundation that you had in the beginning of your marriage.
Absolutely.
And it's going to take you doing that too, as they continue to work on regaining your trust.
Yes.
And sometimes that can be the hard part.
It is. It is hard. And quite frankly, if it's worth it, it'll be hard. Because if it was easy, everybody would do it.
That's right.
Everybody would do it. So that's a part of what can happen in the marriage. We pray that none of you have to go through it.
Right.
And that if you do, that the recovery time is shorter. And not a long, drawn-out kind of thing. But should you need any advice or any help or anything to get through it, you can always reach out to us. We're here to help in that area. Absolutely. So hopefully you can use what we've given to you today to navigate that, if this has been something in your relationship, or to just avoid it.
Yes.
If it hasn't been part of your relationship.
Praying against temptation, staying away from distractions, all of those things. But we get into that, on a personal level individually. So. And
you do another Jimmy Evans little colloquialism.
We like him.
We do. You have 100% chance of making your marriage work if you keep God in it. So no matter what comes up against your sickness, whether it's with your finances, if there's infidelity, anything, keep God in it. It can work.
Absolutely.
it can work. So there you have it. That's what we wanted to share with you. That was on our hearts.
Yes.
And that's it. Anything else?
And no, he didn't cheat.
Come on now. Y'all know me. And you don't know. Look at me. Cheat with who? I might cheat with a box of Oreos, but that's about it.
I like Oreos.
Me too. As always, do the best you can until you know better. And when you know better, do better. I'm James Lee.
And I'm Tasha Lee.
We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Peace.